hero named Leo Demon Heart makes his way to a castle where he meets the demon queen Echidna and her 4 generals Edvard, Murns, Lily and Chatina. He says that he wants to join Echidna demon army, even though he was the one who abolished it in the first place. Pissed, orders her generals to throw him out. Despite this, Label constantly makes his way back inside and eventually convinces the generals to listen to his presentation. Edward vouches for his skills and is willing to take him in. Lily got beaten up by him, and by her he also wants to be with Leo, as by her traditions, she considers him her future husband. Murns, despite respecting his abilities, ISNT for him while Shooting asks him why he wants to join. Leo goes on to reveal that after he defeated Echidna and her army, people he had saved treated him like a monster and wanted to kill him out of fear. This led to him now being banished from the city. Disillusioned with humans, Leo lived aimlessly for a while. Leo struggled to sustain himself after this, and that was when he decided to join up with the demons instead. The 4 decide to hire Leo to handle the entire rebuilding of the army without Echidna's knowledge. If he produces good results, they will try to convince Echidna to officially hire him after a period of 1 month. Later, Leo hopes to one day speak to Echidna and learn why in the midst of the war did she prevented her soldiers from killing humans unnecessarily and potentially caused her own defeat, as wants to rule over an Isles peacefully. Next day, Leo wakes up Shooting or using an Echidna voice. She freaks out and attacks him anime waifu style. He realizes that she is under a lot of stress as the other demon leaders retreated to the demon world due to the damage he caused, as she is the only general with their ability to handle an empire. Leo decides to take over replenishing the mana reactor that powers the castle's magic items, a task that usually only Shooting could perform due to the wavelength of her magic. Shooting teasingly demands a kiss if he performs well. He morphs into an armored soldier with the name Black Knight Onyx to roam around without getting spotted by Echidna. However, he takes long breaks between work and it upsets Cher. Then he calls a woman named Dinette and tells her to give a report on the reactors. We learned that Leo has managed to solve the problem permanently by him crafting a talisman tuned to Shooting's magic wavelength, allowing anyone with mana to replenish the reactors and removing the burden from her. Then he explains the importance of delegation and helps her sort her work schedule, forcing her to admit that Leo solved one of her problems. He comes to collect some sugar from her honey lips only for her to scam him instead. Can't trust these girls, I swear. Leo now has to ensure the next shipment arrives safely. He is worried that Lily submitted a guard mission proposal that simply instructs everyone to have fun together, so Shooting asks him to advise that Lily isn't handling very well. Shooting says that the dragon folk of Largo are on good terms with the cabinet and are helping with the transportation of supplies. But Lily is telling everyone to have fun instead. Lily is too childish to ensure safe supply lines, so Leo is sent and finds nothing is organized properly and a single supply mission takes over a week. So Leo visits Largo disguised as Onyx. He tries to come up with a plan of action, but he can't get anything done without Lily's approval. See no other option, he summons a venomous viper and gets himself bitten to motivate Lily to get herbs for him, forcing her to think logically. She transforms into the divine wolf Fenrir, and she comes across a bunch of obstacles in her way that have been set by Leo as a means of teaching her the importance of teamwork and delegation. It fails, but she succeeds anyway. He is surprised when Lily actually learns from the experience, as it turns out she just needed to be bluntly told the right way to do things. It goes smoothly and Leo realizes he should have given Lily more credit. His achievements have come to the attention of Echidna, who demands a meeting with Black Knight Onyx immediately. He goes to meet her as Onyx and she invites him to have dinner and drinks with her. She asks him to take off his helmet and he manages to change his face to avoid suspicion. Leo wants to escape the situation, so he tries to get Echidna drunk, but it doesn't work. Shooting hopes Leo and Echidna don't become close. Leo asks why she rejected hero Leo from her army and is met with a furious response that Leo unwittingly prevented her capturing the Philosopher's Stone from Renale City. Leo had not known Echidna wanted the stone, as he knows its powers are greatly exaggerated through rumor. Echidna reveals the demon world as a polluted wasteland where everyone fights over resources, so she wants the stone to make the land fertile so the fighting can stop. Thus, she was forced to battle humanity, as she knows they would never just hand over a holy relic. She also reveals while she hates Leo for stopping her, she respects him for doing his job to protect humanity. Leo realizes Echidna is a kind person forced to commit evil acts for a good reason and finds he wants to help her. Echidna asks why he, a human, joined her army, and he almost tells her the truth about being Leo, but they are interrupted by Shooting and Lily. Murns has left to go on a journey, and Edward is accepting blame for losing the war and plans to take his own life. Echidna goes to talk to Edward while Leo tracks down Murns, while Echidna looks for Edward, who wants to take his own life after seeing his soldiers fail against a chimera. Finding him, Murns admits he is scared that in 3 days he will have to start interviewing applicants for positions in the army, but he is terrible at conversations and so demands Leo teach him how to talk to others. With Murns returned to the castle, Echidna is not surprised he was under so much stress. given that Mearns was a supporter of totally eliminating humans and now has to work with them. Edward truly had tried to kill himself, but his impenetrable dragon skin kept saving him, so he is now being watched at all times by his daughter Julieta. Leo forces Mearns to masquerade as a waitress in the soldiers' food hall, forcing him to talk to all kinds of people while also revealing he too was useless at talking to people while he was learning to be the hero, but he learned through practice and experience. Mearns practices on a group of ill-behaved werewolf mercenaries. When they get horny and grab a slice of that cake, he is forced to discipline them, almost revealing his identity. Nevertheless, Mearns learns the basics of conversation. During a practice interview to hone his skills, Mearns asks Leo why he really joined their army when his desire to see humanity destroyed is a blatant lie. He is doubtful about Leo because he knows that he can destroy all of humanity by himself without any assistance. Mearns also relates to how Leo must be feeling betrayed by the humans who switched up on him, as he also had a hard time during his childhood due to his mixed origins. He was sold as a child slave. He goes on to confess that he was confused by Echidna's kindness sparing more humans when he joined her, planning to kill and overthrow her later on, until Leo arrived to pack them up into a KFC family bucket cause he cooked them all. Mearns begins to cry like a little girl, so Leo proceeds to tell him a story roughly 1,000 years into the past, letting him know his biggest secret. He says that Tokyo was a high-tech place with all kinds of technology, but then a portal opened up allowing residents of the demon world to invade Earth, kind of like the series The Witcher. This led to an all-out war, and the humans created 12 living weapons, demon hearts, to deal with the demons and roll them all up in a spliff. Leo is also one, but he's the only one who has survived till now, as he was more durable and still appears young. Leo was tired of fighting and of being unable to die, so when humanity rejected him, finally saw his chance to have fun and quit. Joining the demon army seemed like the most exciting thing to do. That's what he did. The next day, Julieta talks to Leo and tells him that Edward was disappointed in his troops after they got rolled by chimeras. However, he is not accepting the reasons, as he believes they should be as skilled as him even though he's gifted. This assumption has gotten worse since he lost to Leo, as he now trains his soldiers to such extremes that they pass out. Mearns informs Shudina and Lily about Leo's past, but they decide to continue trusting him. Leo takes Lily and Julieta to a Phantom 9 golem strong as high-ranked demons that existed from the Machine era. He activates it and sets it on Edvard. It turns out to be more powerful than expected due to safety settings malfunctioning. Then Leo and Julieta drop by to help him defeat the suit by giving him some tips. He succeeds, but it calls its boys for backup, and 3 other 9s come to back the beef. Echidna rolls up with the other generals arriving to help out the Demon Queen, ultimately smokes them, clapping their robo cheeks, thus allowing Leo to resume his lesson with Uzi Vert to ridicule him for not knowing how to defeat a Phantom 9s, and then explain to him how he should work closely with his team when it comes to fighting. Having required Leo's assistance against an enemy he didn't understand, Edvard realizes that he can't judge his soldiers against his standards and had been training them all wrong. So he apologizes to them. Echidna has too much fun murking her new ops, the Phantoms, with Mearns suspecting it is her form of stress relief.